I'm in the building, y'all. We about to rock out.
She wanna think I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the holders wobble wobble. Just thought he fucking for a fight, the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with
I'm in the building, I'm in the building, I'm in the building.
When I hope then she a model. She in the mirror like it's showtime, the Apollo. Catch up the phone, now I pull up in the Tahoe. Thought it's boring, I ain't calling unless she swallow.
We talking about Trump tonight.
She don't follow. Got another.
Was this an inside job?
Got another thought, he thinks she hit the lotto.
Let's talk about it tonight. Let's talk about it.
This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag, nigga. Bust in your house, I'm running through your stash, nigga. On the grand flash, I know that cash, nigga. Part in my back, I'm counting all these stacks, nigga.
Did Sleepy Joe put in the order?
Ass, nigga. Hennessy and TNT, we blast, nigga.
Was this an inside job?
Yes, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna think I'm only out here for the night.
Let me know who you're voting for.
Amigos with Sprite.
Are your team Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe?
Baby, she hit the bottom.
Or your team 4-5, Donald J. Trump?
Like the cobble wobble. African swing, he spin, hit the throttle.
Was this an inside job? Let me know. I want to hear your opinion.
This whole insect, she fucking on the damn crew. Coming out of sight, she lost her damn shoe. Her friend a poppin', she ain't got no damn clue. Rollin' O's and weed and smoking bamboo. Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jaw. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. The stody moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Poppin' Molly's and you know she took a Zanny bar. Talking about a Mazda is a family car. I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby.
We got somebody saying Team Trump already, Team Trump.
She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night.
Let me know who you're riding with.
Casamigos with Sprite.
Put your vote in.
Fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the holders wobble wobble.
Treat this poll like it's election night.
African swing, he spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome to the Check-In Report, ladies and gentlemen. I am your humble host, True and Living. I'm in the building right now. It's so great to be here with you guys. We have to talk about Joe Biden, Donald Trump. We have to talk about the assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump's life. Let's get into it, y'all. It's a thrill to be here with you.
With darkness and silence through
I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's a thrill to be here with you.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
Fire! 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 Fire!
I'm in the building. We have so much to get to. So much to get to. I mean, I don't even know where to start in terms of this whole thing. I did a stream a day ago talking about this whole ordeal, the assassination attempt. But I really didn't get to go, down the rabbit hole. I was having a bunch of issues with my stream. Things were a little bit shaky. A lot of things were going on as the day went by. So I want to take this time out to get into some conspiracies. Would you guys like to get into some conspiracies with me? Would you guys like to go through some conspiracies with me? I believe that this was an inside job. I don't care what Joe Biden is talking about. Oh, we're doing a full investigation and yada, yada, yada. I think that this was an inside job. I think the political left, is sore losers. They looked at the numbers. They realized the numbers were down. The numbers are down on Joe Biden. They're not looking good whatsoever. And they realized that. They're coming to grips with that. And I truly also believe that, they tried everything to get Donald Trump out of the way. They tried to weaponize the justice system against him. They tried to hit him with an indictment. They tried to send him to prison in different ways. They tried to silence him with silence agreements, and they tried to hit him with a defamation law. They tried him in the pocketbook. They tried everything. Now, if you've exhausted all efforts and you're still losing, what's the last resort? Walk with me. The Democratic left are sore losers. They have exhausted all efforts. The Department of Justice, the indictment, they hit Trump in the pockets. They hit him everywhere they could. But they didn't get him. And when you've exhausted all efforts, what else is there to do but for you, to put your order in, send your little hitters at him, if you will. And I personally think that this is a hit piece. It's a hit piece. It was a hit job. Richard says he's gonna say they tried to kill him. Predictable. Listen. This is just my opinion. If you disagree, tell me why you disagree. I think that the political left, and hear me out. This is another thing about the political left. We're gonna really go through some theory. I got some food on the way, so I'm gonna have to step away in like a few minutes just to grab my food. I'll be right back though. But on some real deal spill, let's just keep it a buck. The Democrats have exhausted all efforts. They've exhausted all efforts. They tried everything. You got to think, CNN, MSNBC, they're pumping into 40, 50 million homes the message that Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. Donald Trump is a dictator. Donald Trump is a tyrant. Donald Trump is this. Donald Trump is that. They co-rated the element. They co-rated the storm. Fire! That ultimately led up into this point right here. And I am holding the political left accountable. I am holding the Democratic left accountable for what took place yesterday. Okay? I'm holding them accountable. Exactly. We got a couple RFK fans in the building. Or shout out to Robert F. Kennedy. He's out there running. What's the party? Is he running as an independent? What's the party that's backing him? Forgot the name of the party that's backing him. Yeah, RFK. Listen, man, ain't nothing wrong with him running. I don't have an issue with RFK running. I don't. If you guys support RFK, shout him out. Shout him out. But in my opinion, and I want to hear you guys' opinion on this. I believe that this was an inside job. You had snipers on the roof looking at the man. And they had him in the scope. They were full aware that it was a man on a roof pointing an assault rifle at the former president. Why didn't they take action? Why didn't they just with no impunity get that man off of the roof? Why did they wait? And another thing, how about this? A Because remember what Lee Harvey Oswald said. He said he was just a patsy, you know? And then ultimately, we all know historically what happened. Jack Kirby, oh, excuse me, not Jack Kirby, Jack Ruby, shot Lee Harvey Oswald outside of the police station. He was just a patsy. We'll never know exactly what Lee Harvey Oswald, who he was connected to, who he was working with. Was this man, I believe his name is Thomas, was he just a patsy? Was he just, working for someone? We'll never know because, they silenced him. They shot him off of the roof. We'll never know. Was this man hired? Remember something as well. They are saying that the shooter, his digital footprint, if you don't know what a digital footprint is, it just means, what you have been doing on social media for, your whole life. They could pull up, MySpace accounts. They could pull up, Black Planet. They could pull up old accounts that you've had. Pretty much a digital footprint is that. It's just your social media history, right? They're saying that this man has no social media history. This man is he's not a baby boomer. He wasn't born in 1952. This man is born into the Matrix. This man was born in 2003. You trying to tell me he doesn't have a digital footprint? Something is afoot. Who's scrubbing those accounts? Who's scrubbing that information? What's happening out there? And this is just a theory. I'm not going to speak in absolutes. This is just a theory. But could it possibly have been an inside job? Is it possible? And I'm not saying inside job by way of Biden. Maybe an inside job through the government. Maybe someone that works in the government. It may not be as high as the president. Maybe somebody that works in the government. Hypothetically. I'm not ruling anything out. I'm willing to look into it. I want to see, and I don't trust Biden's full scale report. I'm not trusting it. I'm not believing in it. I don't, whatever he has to say. I'm not really in tune to what he's gonna say in his report and yada yada yada. I don't know. I kind of want to see what the FBI and the police departments, what they have to say about this thing. I'm gonna take a brief intermission right quick, right? I have to go outside and grab something. You guys hold on for 1 second, right? I'm gonna take a brief intermission. I'll be right back. Y'all forgive me for that. Forgive me for that. I had to go grab something outside to grab some food. We're back. We're back. We're back.
What a thrill.
You know? But I want to hear you guys' theories on this whole thing. I want to hear you guys' perspective on this thing. Do you think this was an inside job? Do you think that it's possible we have people in the government that have done this to Trump? Trump has a lot of enemies. Let's stop acting like Trump doesn't have people in high places. Clearly, he has people in high places that have used weaponization against him. I mean, look, you had the indictment. You had all these different things that were working against him to get him up out of here. So, you know, I think it would be remiss for us to really say Donald Trump ain't got no he ain't got no enemies. He ain't got no people that are against him. I think that we would be remiss for that. You know? Excuse me. I'm gonna eat some fries here. I'm hungry, y'all. So we would be remiss to say Donald Trump doesn't have enemies. People are after him. People that want to see him gone. Who are we fooling? We're not fooling nobody here. So I want to hear you guys' theories. You know, humor me. What do you think happened? Do you think the shooter acted alone? Humor me. I want to hear y'all theories. Do you think that the shooter acted alone? Do you think the shooter was a lone gunman? Martin says, who are you going to vote for? I'm not voting for neither one. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Biden. I'm not voting for neither one. I think neither one is right for the American people at this moment in time. I think that, you know, if I had to vote, it would probably be for Trump. Joe Biden is not equipped to be the next president. He's not equipped. He's not mentally equipped. He's weak. All the governmental leaders, all of the presidents, all of the rulers in all the countries and stuff like that, they don't respect him. He's not a good leader. You know? Biden is not a good leader. Trump, say what you want about Trump. Trump is a better president than Joe Biden. He just is. You know? He's done a better job. We would be remiss to say that. You know? Martin says, Trump escaped a miracle. He did. The way that bullet whisked past his face, come on, bro. That was a miracle. That was absolutely a miracle. You know? For a bullet to whisk past your face like that, and all you get is a scratch or get a pierced ear, that's essentially what it was. It was a pierced ear. You know? It was a miracle. It absolutely was a miracle. It could have, because it easily could have went left for him. It easily could have went real bad for him. Y'all forgive me, man. I haven't ate. All I had was a sandwich earlier today. I didn't have any breakfast. All I had was one little sandwich. I'm starving, bro. I got me some nuggets. But humor me. I want to know what you guys think about this story. Is this an inside job? Did the shooter work alone? Who and who are you voting for? I want to know who you guys are voting for. You know? Archibald said, "What up? What up, man? What up? Who are you voting for, Archibald?" Everybody in the chat, Put who you're voting for. First, I want you to vote. Then I want you to tell me who you're voting for. Who you're voting for? Is it Trump? Is it Biden? Is it RFK? Who you're voting for? I will not be voting. I'm not voting for neither one. I'm voting for free chicken nuggets for everyone. Free chicken nuggets for everyone. That's what I'm voting for. I'm not voting for Trump or Biden. I'm not rocking with neither one. They're both old Geritol. They're both baby boomers. Aren't y'all? I mean, like, how many baby boomers are gonna run the country? Isn't it time for the next generation to step up? Like, come on. This country has been ran by baby boomers for, like, how long now? Since Clinton. Since Clinton. Because I think George Bush Senior. I don't think he was a baby boomer. But I want you guys to tell me, who are you gonna vote for? Do you believe in Trump? Are you rocking with Trump? Archibald for hundreds of years. He says for hundreds of years. Yeah, man. The baby boomers have been running the country for a long time, man. Y'all don't want a president from the next generation. Y'all don't want a president with new ideas and just a new perspective, maybe, or maybe just somebody that's a little bit younger that could do the job. Y'all not ready for that? I mean, come on, man. I'm tired of it. About if Trump and everybody that's clowning Joe Biden for his age, by the time Trump is in his third presidency, he'll be around Joe Biden's age. I mean, they're only like 3 years apart. It ain't like it's a big age disparity. They're like 3 years apart. Joe Biden could be Trump's older brother. For real. I'll admit that Trump is faster. Trump's cognitive skills are faster, and he's a little bit more aware. He's definitely more aware and more capable. He's very fast than Joe Biden. But they're both old. At the end of the day. Neither one of them are young. Neither one of them are young men. Gen X. Yeah, man. When is Gen X gonna step up and be the next generation that takes over the country? When are they gonna step up? Or are they gonna rely on the millennials? I mean, who's gonna step up next? Archibald says, "Nah, I don't want anything new. They're friends now. They talk on the phone now. They're friends." Yeah, did you hear that, Archibald? Joe Biden talking about, we talked on the phone. We had a good conversation, a short one, but a good conversation. I thought they hated each other, right? They best friends now? They best friends now? They about to go golfing together? What happened with all that? I did see that, Archibald. I did see that. But who are you guys voting for? Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Biden? Maybe you're not voting at all, like me. I'm not voting at all. I don't think it matters. Skirt. Wait, y'all going fast. Archibald says, yeah, they should just make if as Trump president and Biden as vice president. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. Um, Skirt says, I'm in high school right now, and I see kids who are clouded by judgment, and are mentally unstable. It's scary. Well, listen, man. I think that we live in a generation where, you know, they're feeding our kids toxic. Everywhere you look, they're feeding our kids toxic. I'm talking about everywhere. They're feeding them toxic in ideology. They're feeding them toxic in behavior. Like, you know, you have teachers right now that are in the LGBTQ community that think it's fine for a young man to come to school with a skirt. They think it's fine. They don't think that there's nothing wrong. Like back in my day, if a young man went to school with a skirt, you know, a principal would grab that young man, you know, bring him in the office and have a talk to him, and call his parents. In this day and age, that doesn't happen anymore. If a young man comes to school with a skirt, they damn near ready to give the kid a Purple Heart. You know, a little girl comes to school, you know, dressed like Bob the Builder. You know, got a little Ellen DeGeneres haircut. You know, they damn near ready to give the girl a Purple Heart, a Congressional Medal of Honor. You know, and put the girl on a pedestal, make her feel special. It's like we live in an era where, you know, we feed our kids poison and you know, and ideology. You know, it's not good. It's really not good. Y'all forgive me, man. I was really hungry. I had to grab some food. I'm almost done. I'm just busting down my fries now. I'm almost done. K says Trump and Biden should just make out. Do you think they should just make out? Do you think they should just kiss? You know, maybe they should just bump a few uglies in the Oval Office. Fire! 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 I think Joe Biden, I think he likes trans. I think he likes trans women. Let me tell you why. I'm not just saying it just to say it. I'm going to tell you why. Joe Biden, he did like some type of LGBT barbecue, like on the front lawn. It might have been early this year. I forgot. If y'all want to look this up, look it up. He did like some type of LGBTQ barbecue where he had the community come out to the White House, you know, partake in pride and stuff like that, right? Now listen, he's taking pictures with people of that community. That's fine and dandy. You know, you're a president. You wanna kiss and kiss babies and shake hands. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? But hear me out. He's taking pictures with transformers, respectfully. And there was one particular one there, right? One particular one there. He takes a picture with this transformer, respectfully. He got him wrapped, he does the Joe Biden thing where, he like rubbing up on them real close. You know, when Joe Biden really likes a girl, he he don't need the Viagra, something deep inside of him, he starts getting riled up. He can't go a day without, caressing somebody's arms. He don't care if it's trans or not. Fire! 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 As long as they don't wink back at me. You know? Trump don't mind, but he had one particular person of that community there. And the person, remember, they're on the White House lawn. They take their shirt off and they express their boob. They expose their breasts on the front White House lawn. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, who else could do that? Who else could do that? Who else could do that? Who else could go to the White House, take a picture with the president, right? Smiling at the camera, take their shirt off and expose their breasts on the White House front lawn. Who else could do that? Biden has a thing for trans. He has a thing for trans, you know? That's just my opinion. You know? Don't mind me. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. But I thought that was kind of peculiar, you know? I don't see nobody else of any other community that's able to come up there and do that. He allowed them to do that, though. That's very peculiar to me. Archibald says, yeah, the trans was in the on the lawn topless. Yeah, you remember that story? The trans was up there and took the top off. This is the damn White House. This is our nation's capital. This is where world leaders come and shake the hand of the president. You know, there's the nuclear codes are probably in that building, and we got some transformer taking the top off, and Joe Biden doesn't even bat an eye at that. Come on now. I think Joe Biden has a thing for trans. That's my opinion. He took a picture with that person too, that was topless. He took a picture, you know? And not only that, I'm gonna give you another one. Not so recently, Juneteenth happened, right? Juneteenth happened a couple of weeks ago. He could have invited anybody from the black community, right? Anybody. He could have invited anybody, entertainers, activists, celebrities, movie stars, anybody from the black community. He could have had shoulder to shoulder with him, right? Who does he want next to him during the Juneteenth concert? Who, if you can, pull it up right now. Who was next to Joe Biden at the Juneteenth concert? Pull it up at the White House. Who was next to him? Who was next to him? Pull it up. And this is why I will never rock with the political left. I will never rock with the political left. I will never rock with the political left because there's no morality. You know, I understand you're liberal, okay, you know, you wanna, accept people from different walks of life, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good idea, but at some point, your morality is going to come into play at some point. Your morality, there's nothing wrong with accepting people from different walks of life. There's nothing wrong with that, but at some point, your morality is gonna come into play. With these people that Joe Biden wants to come up there and have a hootenanny with, have a damn party with, and that's what the left does. They're only loyal to the rainbow. They're not loyal to anybody else, whether it's the black community, whether it's the brown community. They are only loyal to the rainbow. They're loyal to the rainbow. That's what they're loyal to. Respectfully, and I ain't got no problem with that community, but that's what they're loyal to. They're not loyal to anybody else. You know? The Democratic left, they don't care about the black community. They don't care about the Hispanic community. They want that rainbow vote. That's what they want. They want the rainbow vote. And I can't stand the political left. We can't stand them. Archibald says, it says Gladys Knight was with him. No, pull it up again. Look at the picture. Put in Joe Biden, Juneteenth. Look it up again. Put in Joe Biden, Juneteenth, Billy Porter. Joe Biden, Juneteenth, Billy Porter. He wanted Billy Porter up there, you know? A man of that community. He's of that community. Respect to that community. I never read anywhere. Remember, this is a Juneteenth concert. This is not a Pride concert. This is not a, none of that type of stuff concert. I've never heard Billy Porter championing being a black man. I've never heard it. Have you ever heard Billy Porter, who is a gay black man? Have any of you heard him in an interview? Anywhere on a red carpet? Have you ever heard him champion being a black man? No. I've only heard him champion being a gay man. That's all I've ever heard him champion. So my thing is, why was he at the Juneteenth concert? He doesn't represent blackness. Fire! 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 When I think about blackness, or just people that represent blackness to me, I think about James Brown. I think about Muhammad Ali. I think about, to an extent, MLK. I think about Malcolm X. These are the types of people that I believe represent blackness. He didn't have nobody of that cloth up there like that. He didn't have even like a LeBron James. Why he didn't have like a LeBron James up there? A Jay-Z. Right? People that are saying, Will Smith. People that Denzel Washington. Maybe maybe some of the Black Lives Matters people, the figureheads or whatever. Why wasn't they shoulder to shoulder with Joe Biden? Why was it Billy Porter? That's alarming to me. That's very alarming to me. That's very alarming to me. I've never. That's like I said. I've never seen an interview. I've never heard an interview where I've heard him championing being a black man. His whole life story is about, I was a gay black man. These are the struggles I've went through as being a gay black man. He doesn't champion blackness. When I think about Billy Porter, I don't think about blackness. He doesn't exude blackness. He exudes gay male, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're a gay male, then that's your thing. Cool, do your thing. But if you're gonna have a Juneteenth concert, don't you think you should have somebody up there that represents blackness? Not somebody who's compromised by the rainbow community, not somebody that's compromised with the multicultural movement, not somebody that's compromised by the political left. Shouldn't you bring people up there that represent blackness? Billy Porter doesn't represent blackness. He was up there in a damn sequence gown on Juneteenth. Fire! 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 Come on, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, y'all. And I'm just here to talk about it. We're here to talk about it. Ultra Ball said it's disgusting. That's a fact. It definitely is disgusting. FHL says you're right. Words of wisdom. That's a fact. You know, I'm just telling it how it is, man. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. We got about 72 people in here, man. Hit that damn like button. What's wrong with y'all? Hit that damn like button right now.
What a thrill.
It's a thrill to be here with y'all.
With darkness and silence through the night.
You're in the darkness. It's silent. Where's that like button? Hit that like button.
Thrill.
It's a thrill, y'all.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
You're searching for the like button. You need to hit the like button. I only got a few likes on this video. We got 72 people in here. Hit that like button right now. You know? But when it comes to the political left, yo, I don't rock with the political left. I don't rock with them. This is how they move. You know? And I don't rock with the conservatives either, but I think with the political left, they've done so much damage to the black community. They've literally done nothing. Black people have been voting for the Democratic left for over 50 years. The communities are still shitty. The infrastructure in our communities is still shitty. Things are just as bad as they was 50 years ago. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. You know? And now you have the political left. They're trying to weaken the black vote because they're tired of black. You know, the political left. They're tired of black people. They're because they realize that you know, black people are waking up. Black people are no longer just voting for the Democratic left just because they're on the left, just because they're there. Because for a long time, politically, black people just voted Democratic. We didn't even care what the other nominee, the Republican nominee, had to offer. We didn't even hear it. And how ridiculous was that? We didn't even want to hear what those Republican candidates had, what they had to offer, what they were willing to do agenda-wise. We didn't even want to hear it. We were just voting Democrat, Democrat, every year, Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. Black people are waking up now. They're not just voting Democrat anymore. We're not doing that. And as soon as black people wake up, what do we have now? The Democratic left weakening the black vote by an influx of immigrants coming into the country. Fire! 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 Here are my ancestors. My ancestors had to fight for the right to vote. My ancestors had to stand on lines, get fire hose sprayed on them, dogs biting them all in their ass. They had to go out there with picket signs, policemen beating them over their head with billy clubs, all for the right to vote. But here you got an influx, millions of immigrants coming into the country, and you want to give them the right to vote. It's insulting. It's disrespectful. And I can't rock with the Democratic left. I just can't. I can't rock with them. I can't rock with them. You know? Very insulting. Mark Motley's in the building. Salute to my man Mark Motley. Salute, Mark Motley. I see you in the building. Salute to you, sir. Fire! Kelly Keegan says, who do you think your ancestors were fighting against? The government. Like, Kelly, let's stop. Let's stop. The white Democratic left are just as racist as the conservative. Now, can their racism be a little bit more, secretive? Could the Democratic left racism be a little bit more covert? Absolutely. Could the conservative racism be a little bit more in your face? Could it be more, disrespectful? Absolutely. But racism is racism. People being oppressed is still being people oppressed. And the Democratic left was oppressing black people just like the conservatives were oppressing black people. Let's not lie to ourselves here. The Democratic left has done nothing for black people. They've done absolutely nothing. They've had 50 years to do something. Reparations, a hate crime bill, right? Fixing the infrastructure in our communities, different little things. I mentioned the anti-lynching bill. All of the black men that were, that went through that. We're talking about back in the 50s, 60s. They refused to push the bill through. They refused to have a collective, vote and to push that thing. There were times where the Congress had a majority of Democrats. There were times, it wasn't always the spill, but there were times in our nation's country where the Democrats had most of the seats. They've done nothing. They've sat on their hands. They've placated, and they have, give the rainbow community respect to them. They've given them perks. And they've given them things and they've pushed their agendas through. But when it comes to black people, they don't do anything. They just sit on their hands. And black people have had enough. Eximus says facts, Geneva. Geneva says only people who can do anything for you is you can't rely on the government and shouldn't. It's not about relying on the government. Y'all be totally missing the point, bro. Nobody's asking for the government to do anything. This is what I'm saying. Listen closely. Clean out your ears. I don't understand, just because somebody's saying that nobody did anything for them, it doesn't mean that they were sitting there begging. Black people never asked for anything. Show me a time in our nation's country where black people came together and collectively asked for something. That's the issue. We haven't asked for nothing, but we're looking at all these other communities. Now, see, this is my issue with what you just said, right? Because you're telling me as a black man, oh, well, you shouldn't look for the government to do this, that, for you. But when I'm looking at the other communities, when I'm looking at the LGBT community, and I'm looking at all the agendas that they have pushed through, whether it's the right to marriage, whether it's all types of bonds and grants to gay couples, when I'm looking at the Asian hate crime bill, you're not looking at them and say, oh, don't ask for nothing. Don't expect the government to do anything. You're not looking at them and saying that to them. But when it comes to black people, when black people come together and they say they want something, whether it be reparations, whether it be a hate crime bill, whether it be an anti-lynching bill, you're saying, oh, you can't expect the government to do nothing for you. But you wasn't looking at the Asian hate crime bill. You wasn't looking at the LGBT community when they were asking for the right to vote. You wasn't saying, oh, don't ask for nothing. Don't expect the government to do nothing for you. You wasn't looking at them. But you're looking at me. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it only affects black people. Only when black people ask for something, that's when you got an issue. Because you don't care when the Asians come together and ask for something, or when the LGBT community comes together and asks for something. You only have a problem when black people ask for something. James, I don't know who you are. You talking real crazy, bro. We put people in the block party here, so welcome to the block party, brother. Enjoy the rest of the show in the block party. Salute. You talking a little too spicy. Be respectful in the comments, man. If you want to have a dialogue, have a dialogue. Be respectful though. Send you to the block party, man. Enjoy the block party. Kareem said the world is racist. A percentage of every race, every country, every society is racist. We are all humans. We need to stop seeing each other as different. We are all Earth. Hear me out though. That's all fine and dandy. That's all fine and dandy. But somebody just said, I don't know if it was you. It might have been you. Hold on. Let me go back up and see if that was you. I think that was you. Hold on. No, Geneva said that. Yeah, Geneva, not you. It wasn't you. Yeah, because I hate that notion of, oh, black people, you're always asking for something. You're always asking for something. Oh, the black people, you're always expecting the government to do something. But y'all wasn't looking at the Asian community. When the Asians were being oppressed in the streets during COVID, when people were oppressing Asians, and you saw videos of Asians getting assaulted and stuff like that, y'all wasn't looking at the Asian community and saying, oh, don't expect the government to do nothing for you. Don't expect the government. Y'all wasn't looking at them. Y'all pushed that bill right through. Y'all stamped it. When the LGBTQ community came in, and they were talking about how they wanted the right to be married and have the right for same-sex marriages, and they were protesting, they were in the streets, and they were fighting for it, and then the bill gets pushed through. Y'all wasn't saying that to them. Oh, don't expect the government to do nothing for you. Don't expect the government. Y'all didn't say nothing to them. And then when the bill gets pushed back, when the bill gets passed, it's all fine and dandy. But when black people collectively come and ask for something, when they collectively come together and say, this is what we want. Oh, don't expect the government to do nothing for you. Don't expect the government. Where was this energy for the Asians? Where was this energy for the LGBTQ community? Where was it? Because you didn't have that energy. But when black people do it, it's an issue. Lonely B says, you are the one talking and they are commenting on your stream. That's why the comment is directed towards you. Lonely B, please shut up. Please shut up. I don't know what you're talking about, all right? I'm responding to people's comments. That's what I do. We're having a dialogue here. I don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up and enjoy the show. That's what I was doing. Michael Edgman says, what do you think MLK and Malcolm X were doing? Well, first of all, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they were fighting for two very different things. MLK, let's start with MLK. MLK was, let's just say, the government at first. Hear me closely. The government at first thought he was someone that they could use. In the very beginning, they wasn't really feeling him, all the organizing he was doing, all the eyes was on him, all the news stations were televising all of the things that were happening, he was popping out here, right? And the government at first they wasn't really rocking with him. But then after a while, the government said, you know what? He's harmless. The government said he's harmless. He's not, organizing black people with guns, because you got to think, Malcolm X was by any means necessary. A lot of black people wasn't getting kicked all in the ass. They was fighting back. MLK was just preaching a message of, equality and stuff like that, right? So at first, they were rocking with him. Or let's say second, they were rocking with him. But after a while, even MLK said that if you look at some of his later interviews and later quotes, he talks about how he felt that he led his people into a burning building. He led his people into a burning building. Follow me. He starts preaching at the end of his life. Around the end of his life, he starts preaching and talking about, guess what? reparations. He starts talking about reparations, giving black people land, giving black people reparations, money. He starts talking about financial, the U.S. government paying back what they owe to the black people, right? Weeks, months later, he's assassinated. So when you're asking me what he was fighting for, in the beginning, yeah, he might have been fighting for, equality and for the right for, black and white kids to frolic in the in the playground together at first. But then he went back onto what he said, and he said he felt that he was leading his people into a burning building. And at the end of his life, he was preaching about reparations, giving black people money, the U.S. government giving back what they owe to black people. So, and you got to think, Malcolm and Martin were two different people philosophically. Malcolm was more so about fighting back. Malcolm was more so, he's not the docile Negro. He's not the nigga just, getting kicked in the face, punched in the face at the protest. He wanted to fight back. He wanted to organize. So, these were two very different messengers, if you really want to, talk about it. Locatina, listen, you're a Locatina, you're probably a 300-pound sloppy bitch. Like, what are you talking about, Locatina? You're probably a 300-pound sloppy bitch looking at me, criticizing me. You're probably big off the pig, stuffing your face with empanadas and conquito when you're talking about me. Stop it, ma. Stop it. 008 says, instead of copping Hellcats, cop land. Well, listen, man, a lot of black people have land. A lot of black people have land. Don't start that cop land stuff. What are you gonna do with the land? Are you gonna build property on it? Are you gonna turn it into a farm? Geneva says, I love good empanadas. I love empanadas too. Addie says, do you pick Trump or Biden? I pick neither. I'm not picking neither. I don't rock with neither one. I'm not rocking with neither one. Neither one is getting my vote. But if you ask me who was a better president, if I take Trump's 4 years and I take Biden's 4 years, I'm going to say Trump. Trump was a better president. See, this is the issue with Trump and Biden. This is how I'm gonna say it, right? Because no matter where you land on this, you have to think about this principle, right? This is the principle that you have to think about, right? Because what their agendas are two very different agendas, right? Trump is not rocking with the immigrations. He's not rocking with the immigrants. Biden damn near wants to open borders, right? Abortion, that's another topic. Biden is more pro-choice. Trump is more so let the states decide, what they should do in terms of that, right? Two people that are very different in ideals, right? But you have to remember that inflation is rampant right now. The price of living, the cost of living is high right now. The price of groceries, the price of gas, the price of this, the price of that. Inflation is hitting everyone's pockets. Now, we may feel different on immigration. We may feel different on abortion. We may feel different on these things, but guess what? Inflation, the economy, that affects everybody. That affects my pockets. That affects the LGBTQ pockets. That affects the white conservative male pockets. That affects the Latino community. That affects everyone's pockets. So if I'm looking at it in that perspective, Trump was a better president. Trump was a better president. Inflation is out of control right now. There's no way you could. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. That is definitely how I'm looking at it right now. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Mario says also the investors have a saying. Also, people forget that the investors. You're talking about the investors right there. But it's real spill. But let me know who are you guys voting for? Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Biden? Who are you voting for? Who are you rocking with? Mostly people say Trump. Mostly it's a pouring of Trump. A lot of people are saying Trump, 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 Trump. I need y'all to hit that like button. Keep hitting that like button. I got about 17 votes. Okay. Yeah, keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that like button. I need everybody to hit that like button right now.
What a thrill.
It's a thrill to be here with you guys.
With darkness and silence through the night.
You're in the darkness looking for the like button. It's right there. Hit it. It's a thrill to be here with you.
I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
You're searching for the like button. You can't find it. It's at the top. Hit that damn like button. Put some respect on that like button. Hit that subscription button. Put some respect on that subscription button. Corrine says, make America great again. Fire, 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 fire. I'm not mad at that. I'm not rocking with Trump per se, but I'm not mad at that message. If you want to make America great again. When would you say America was great? When would you say? When would you say America was great? Was it Trump's last 4 years? When was it? Is it a certain decade? Let me know. 008 says GTA 6. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not excited for GTA 6. I think they've made people wait for so long. There's literally people that were hardcore gamers when GTA 5 came out. When GTA 5 came out, it was a lot of hardcore gamers. A lot of men that were probably in their 20s. Maybe early 30s that were hardcore gamers. It's been so long now. It's like a lot of those men that were gaming, and there's still people that's going to get the game and buy it, whatever. But, a lot of men, they moved on. It's like, dog, like I don't have time to sit in front of a TV and play a video game for 10, 15 hours. Like, niggas got kids. Niggas got mortgages. Niggas got bills. Honestly, I just feel like they took too damn long, bro. I'm not excited for no GTA 6. Doesn't it come out next year or something like that? Like, come on, bro. They couldn't even get it to come out for Christmas. Fire, 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 fire. I'm not excited for no GTA 6, bro. I don't even have a PS. What's the PS5? I don't have a PS5. I still have a PS4. I play it like every now and then. I don't play it every day, but I have a PS4. I don't have a PS5. I haven't been gaming like that because it's just been like, it's been years since that game came out. Are you really excited for I don't know how old you are. Maybe you might be a younger man than me. I'm in my 30s. So you might be a younger man than me, and I can see if you're younger than me and you're excited, I'm not mad at you. But like if you're my age or older, it's like, dog, like you've been waiting this many years for this game to come out. Like when GTA, you gotta think when GTA 5 came out, a lot of niggas was in their 20s. Some niggas was in their early 30s. Some niggas was like in their mid-20s. It's been how many years now? A lot of these niggas is 30, 40. Some niggas in their 50s, like, waiting for this damn game to come out. Like, I ain't waiting for this damn game to come out.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Waiting for that damn game to come out, man. Mike Lord says, black folks got it better now than we have ever had it. I don't deal with no bull s because I'm not oppressed, homie. Well, speak for yourself, man. I'm not rocking with that. Take your black ass into a bank with a bad credit score. You'll wake up real fast at how oppressed you are. Get pulled over by a white white supremacist officer. You'll find out how oppressed you are. Take your black ass to an all-white gated community and just walk down the street. You'll find out how oppressed you are. You know? 008 says, nah, bro, that's like saying if it took too long for a movie to come out. You're not going to hit theater just because of the time. I disagree. I just feel like it just been too long. I'm only speaking for me. I can't speak for all gamers. I'm speaking for me. I'm not excited for no GTA 6. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto because I'm older than y'all. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto since GTA 2. I remember when GTA was on the computer. This is before it was on PlayStation. This is before it hit all of the gaming consoles. I remember when I went to school one day. I had to be in like middle school back then. It was like middle school. And I went into middle school one day and I went to a computer. I seen a kid playing a game. Like, what are you playing? Because it looked like nothing like the games that we used to play. And he was on a computer. This is like before computer games were really big. And he was on a computer playing GTA 2. I'm like, what is this? I remember playing it then. I was like, oh, this joint is kind of fly. And then, GTA 3 came out. Vice City, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, GTA 4, Lost and Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony, Lost and Damned, all of that shit. GTA 5. I played all of those games, but I'm at a point in my life where it's like, yo, video games are not important like that. A lot of these things, like, video games are kind of a distraction in your life, bro. Like, there's a lot of things, a lot of you young men, a lot of you young men, like, I just hope that a lot of y'all have a hobby. Y'all have goals in life. Y'all have things that y'all want to do, because, I mean, if you sitting in front of a computer for 15, 18 hours and you ain't got no goals and aspirations, or you not, you don't got your dreams accomplished, or you're not working on, building a family, I mean, to me, it just seems like a waste of time. Like me, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm on my computer. This is my business. I earn money off of YouTube. I'm monetized. I work on this. This is something I'm building sweat equity in this. I'm not building sweat equity playing GTA 6, unless maybe if you're a gamer, if you're like a streamer or something like that, then I could understand. Like, if you're a streamer, if you're on Twitch and you're playing GTA 6 and you're earning money off of it, then kudos to you. But if you're just a nigga, with your joysticks, and you just playing GTA 6 just for fun, and you get no money for it, you're doing bad in the game right now. .008 says, how many kids you got? 0. I got 0. 0 kids. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. The most important person in my life, outside of my family, so this is excluding my family, the most important person in my life is me. You know, a lot of y'all who have kids, and I'm not knocking y'all. If you got kids, um, if you got kids and stuff like that, that's a beautiful thing. I want kids at some point in my life, but right now I'm kind of selfish. It's all about me. I like being able to wake up and not having a baby mama talk about, oh, you didn't buy my son any school clothes. Why you didn't buy our daughter no Pampers? Like that's a joy in my life to not have a baby mom blowing up my phone for money. It's a joy. It's a joy. A lot of y'all men have to deal with that. And I'm not knocking you for doing it. I'm not knocking you. But, it's freedom. It's freedom for me. It's freedom. Yeah, man. You know? No, no, I haven't played the new GTA 6. Mike Lord says you can't take care of none else unless you handle your business first. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. No, I'm not knocking y'all. If you got a baby mom and you take care of your kids, I'm not knocking you for that. I think that's dope. I think it's dope that you take care of your kids. There's nothing wrong. I don't got no problem with that. I don't have no problem with nobody's journey, man. I'm talking about what works for me. I like having the freedom of not having a baby mom blow up my phone for money, Pampers, and school clothes. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, because the women that I've dated, the women that I've ran across, if I would have gotten the women that I've dated pregnant, I 1000% know that they probably would have put me on some type of child support. I probably would have had like a broken family. I don't come from that. I don't come from um having kids out of wedlock. I came out of the womb, and I was born. I'm born by way of marriage. I'm not born by a one night stand or a or a hot night at the club, or I'm not born from that. I'm born out of marriage. So I was raised in a home with my mother and father. So I wouldn't want it any other way for a child. If I'm not committed to a woman, then I don't know if I'm ready to bring a child into this world if I'm not committed to a woman. Because I don't come from that. I don't come from shacking up and just having babies. Like, we got to be committed. Like, we got to be locked in. We don't have to necessarily be married either. We don't have to be married. It's not even about a marriage. It's about more so, are we like this? Are we locked in? If we're not locked in, then I don't want to have kids with you. Because a lot of you men, you out there, you paying child support. You got your kids under all these different rules. Your baby mother, she getting her back blown out by this dude this week, another dude this week. You got all these weirdos around your kids. That's not what I come from. I don't come from that. I was born and raised in a home with my mother and father, so I don't know what that's like. I don't know what's like to have this stepfather this week, this stepfather that week. I don't know what it's like to see my father once a week. I don't know what it's like for my mom to bring a bunch of different dudes home. That's not me. So for me to bring a kid into this world, I would have to be locked in with a female. We got to be locked in. It don't have to be about marriage. It's about are we locked in? You know. But that's just me. That's just me. 008 says Long Island girls are trash. I disagree. We got some good Long Island girls, man. It depends, man. You can't generalize all women, man. There's some good Long Island girls. There's good girls all over the place. The issue is finding them. That's the issue. Finding them. But there's good Long Island girls, man. We can't do that. Mike Lord says, I was extremely lucky. I have my 3 boys with my wife and my daughter. Outside of that, with my fiance of 6 years. That's dope, man. You got all your kids underneath one roof. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Are all your kids under one roof? If all of your kids are under one roof, and you got your wife, whether she be from another relationship, or whether you met a new girl and you had a couple kids with her, as long as you got your kids underneath one roof, and you got the mother and you're the father and you taking care of them kids, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's dope. Even if you got one or two from another relationship, as long as you got your kids underneath your roof, and you got a mother in the home, and you got that nuclear family, that's dope. That's dope, man. I could never knock that. I could never knock that. Hurry up and buy. Why are you concerned with what my phone is? See, this is my issue with a lot of you niggas, right? And let me block you, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't have patience. I'm very impatient. Hurry up and buy. Why are you concerned how close I got my phone to my face, man? It's my phone. It's my face. Why are you concerned? See, that's the problem with today's generation. They love to major in the minors. Here we having a conversation about Trump. We having a conversation about the nuclear family, having your kids underneath one roof. We're talking about all these different things, and you got a nigga majoring in the minors. What do you care about me holding my phone to my face? It's my face and it's my phone. Stop majoring in the minors. Worry about yourself. Niggas be so worried about what another nigga's doing. Like, dog, fix your life. What do you got going on? Don't worry about me and my eyesight, man. I'm doing good, man. Worry about yourself. Stop majoring in the minors. Niggas love majoring in the minors. It's my eyes. It's my phone. Mind your business. Niggas love majoring in the minors. We got all these different topics you could be talking about, but you worried about my phone being close to my face. Ridiculous. But back to the topic, y'all, because we kind of went on a tangent about different things. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Benadryl Joe, NyQuil Joe, DayQuil Joe, Robitussin Joe, Sleeping Pill Joe? Where are my mods at, man? My mods been missing lately, man. Salute to, I saw Nelly earlier, but what happened to my Sinclair, man? I miss Sinclair. I haven't seen Sinclair been popping up like that no, man. Well, shout out to Sinclair, wherever she at. Salute to her. Yeah, I miss my mods, man. I got my mod. I'm gonna have to find new mods, man, because my old mods ain't popping up like they used to. You know? I might have to make Mark Motley a mod. I rock with Mark Motley. I think next time I see Mark, I'm gonna make him a mod, because he be pulling up for the shows. 008 says, do you think there are migrants in Long Island? Not to the extent that there is migrants in the city. Because you got to think, in the city, they have more safe havens, and they have more, like, places for them to go. There's not a lot of places for them to go, and there's not a lot of places for them to go. Yeah, I'm gonna make you a mod, Mark Motley. Yeah, because I rock with you, bro. You be pulling up for the shows. Hold on, I got you, bro. Give me 1 second. I'll make you a mod right now. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because Mark be pulling up, man. Check it right now, Mark. Check it out and see if you got the wrench. Yeah, let me know if you got the wrench. I just made you a mod. Yeah, because Mark be pulling up. Salute to Mark. Yeah, but I don't think that migrants are in Long Island like that, because there's not a lot of places that the politicians have set up for them. Like in New York City, they have so many, like, places for them to go. They've already got it set up. Oh, we got these luxury hotels for y'all to stay in. We got these credit cards for y'all. In Long Island, we're not like setting up all these places for them to go. So they might be out here, but they're not like, they're not out here like they are in the city. Mr. Warhammer says, come and ride the train, the Trump train. I'm good. I'm not rocking with the Trump train. Okay. Mark Motley got the wrench. Salute to Mark Motley. I see that wrench. That wrench looking good, man. Yeah, man. That wrench looking good, man. That wrench looking good. Salute to Mark Motley. Yeah, man. Salute to Mark Motley. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm not rocking with Trump like that, man. I'm not rocking with Trump. I'm not. I'm not rocking with Trump. I will admit, though, Trump is a better president than Biden. I will admit that. I'm ready to admit that. So if you want to take that as a Trump support, then you could take that as a Trump support. But am I voting for him? No, I'm not voting for him. I will not be voting for him. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm not voting for him. I can't. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it. Who will you guys be voting for? Will you guys be voting for Trump? Will you guys be voting for Biden? Let me know in that comment section. Let me know who you're voting for. Let me know who you're rocking with. Let me know who you're ultimately vibing with. Who are you vibing with? Is there a candidate that you're vibing with? Maybe it's RFK. I heard some people talking about RFK earlier. Y'all was saying RFK. Are y'all still on the RFK train? Are y'all still rocking with him? You know? Hell no. Warhammer says, are you doing better under Biden? Hell no. Everybody was doing better with Trump. Trump fed the streets. Let's be real. Trump fed the streets. Trump fed the streets. The PPP loans, the stimmies. He fed the streets. See, Joe Biden want to take your money, send it to Ukraine. He want to take your money, send it to Israel. He want to take your money, send it to fight some foreign war. Donald Trump was like, nah. We're going to give him a little stimmy. We give y'all a little stimmy check. Then he followed up with the PPP. You know? The streets was eating. Nobody's eating under Biden. Nobody's eating with Biden in there, man. Niggas ain't eating like they was eating. Sam says, I am voting for the check-in report. This guy is awesome. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Sam. Salute. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. Salute. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. A Warhammer says the Democrats kicked out RFK. Oh, really? I think RFK would have been a good Democratic nominee. You know, they should have kept him. I think he could have been a good opponent for Trump. If Biden would have stepped down and it would have just been RFK versus Trump, that would have been a decent matchup. I think that's a better matchup than Kamala, or a better matchup than who else they got on there. What's the mayor from California? Gavin Newsom, I think is his name. I think Trump and RFK is a better matchup. I think that would have been a better matchup because this Biden thing is not going to work. Right now, Trump looks like a national hero right now. surviving an assassination attempt, Biden was already down in the polls. He was already down in the polls. After this, he looked like a damn national hero after this. Yeah, man. Master General, you said I'm giving out wrong information. What did I say that was wrong? What did I say? The money to Ukraine comes from the DOD. You're smart. What is the DOD? Nigga, I don't give a damn about the DOD, the Department of Defense. Bro, I'm tired of the American dollar going to fight foreign wars. Let Russia have Ukraine, bro. Let them have it. Or let them figure it out, man. Listen, hear me out. America cannot be the Superman of the world. Those days is over. Days is over, bro. We don't have the financial stability to continue how we're continuing. Have you looked at the national debt, bro? We don't have the money to be the Superman of the world, bro. Let Russia and Ukraine figure it out, man. First of all, they're countrymen. Because a lot of those people that live in Ukraine, they feel like, the people in Russia, they feel like, they're their brothers and sisters. They feel like countrymen. Same thing in Russia. It's just the fact that, Ukraine is no longer a part of Russia. They don't want to be a part of it. They don't want to be a part of that, political system, right? But at the end of the day, they're countrymen. Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. We don't have the money to be sending over money to these foreign countries to fight these damn wars anymore. Give that money to the American people. Give that money to the homeless. Give that money to the people that are struggling in the streets. Give that money to build infrastructure, the crumbling infrastructure in America. Put the money towards that. Instead of these foreign wars. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Entertainment says Trump is in more debt. Yeah, Trump did put us in some more debt. I will admit he did. Let's keep it a buck. He did feed the streets, but he did put us in more debt. I agree. But he fed the streets though. So if you're gonna say he put us in debt, that's fine and dandy. But he fed the streets. Did he feed the streets? He fed the streets. If you feed the streets, but you put us in debt, I'm not mad at you. Because there's some presidents, like Joe Biden, he putting us in more debt and we ain't seeing none of the money. At least Trump is like, yeah, I'm going to put y'all in more debt, but at least y'all going to see some money. Like, if you're going to put me in debt, like, it's almost like this. I'm going to break it down like this, right? What would you rather? Because this is the analogy of Trump and Joe Biden. What would you rather? If you had a son, right? And let's say you had a credit card and the limit on your card was like $1 million. You had $1 million credit limit on that card. What would you rather? Would you rather your son take that credit card and buy your favorite sports car, right? So he took that credit card, he brought your favorite sports car. He said, Dad, look, I got your favorite sports car. You're going to be mad. You're going to be like, yo, you took my credit card, you brought this? You can't believe it. But a part of you is going to feel like, yo, my son, even though what he did was wrong, you're going to still feel like, well, he thought enough about me to buy my favorite sports car, and you're gonna enjoy it. You probably won't even take it back. The first day you might drive it around at least the neighborhood. You probably won't drive it that far. You probably can't afford it, but you're probably gonna get in the car. You probably might drive it at least down the block, right? Would you rather your son take your credit card and buy your favorite sports card, or would you rather your son take your credit card and spend all of it on his girlfriend? He got a thotty ass girlfriend. He's taking her out to expensive dinners. He's buying her jewelry. He's buying her fancy cars. And he comes back and said, Dad, I spent all your credit card. I spent it all on my thotty ass girlfriend. That's what Trump and Joe Biden pretty much is. Trump said, you know what? I'm going to put you guys in debt, but here go a fancy car. Joe Biden put us in debt. He spent it all on his thotty ass girlfriend. Let's keep it a buck here. That's my analogy. That's how I'm looking at it. You know? Mr. Warhammer says, yeah, Trump had a spending problem, but he didn't get us into any new wars. Exactly. I agree 1,000% with that. You know? Ash Blunt says, shit, my gas and groceries were more cheaper. Exactly. Under Trump, you got to think, and this is where Joe Biden messed up at. Joe Biden messed up. He admitted that there was no inflation when he took office. Joe Biden admitted there was no inflation when he took office. For me, that was the nail in the coffin. Because inflation is affecting everybody. Everybody's not affected by immigration. Everybody's not affected by abortion. Everybody's not affected by these things. Everybody's affected by the economy. Everybody's affected by inflation. So when he said that there was no inflation when he took office, and Joe and pretty much Trump had the country doing pretty good, there was no inflation. The gas and the grocery prices were pretty much standard. Nothing rose. Nothing was higher. That was the nail in the coffin for Biden. You just admitted that you got this country in a state of influx. You know? Lonely B says, if you are the only one printing money, it's just paper. I agree with that as well. I agree with that. There's nothing backing the American dollar. It's just printed money. But like I said, look at the analogy that I gave you. Lonely B, look at the analogy that I gave you. What would you rather? Would you rather a son that took your credit card, spent it on you? Or would you rather your son take your credit card and spend it all on his girlfriend and you see none of it? What would you rather? The money's going to get spent either way. If you're going to spend the money and put my credit card in debt, I'd rather you spend a little bit on me. Because if your son come in the house and he got a $50,000 credit card bill and he spent it on his thotty ass girlfriend, you're gonna be angry with him. You didn't even think about nobody else but yourself. You didn't even think about yourself. You just thought about your thotty ass girlfriend. Your son come back with the credit card and it's a fancy sports car, and he said, Dad, I got this for you. You're going to be mad. You're going to be like, yo, why would you take my credit card and spend it on a fancy sports car? You're probably going to be mad, but you're going to be like, yo, my son, even though he's kind of stupid for taking my credit card, but I got to admit, this is a nice car, and he at least thought about me. I want the president that's going to at least think about me. Let me get some of that money you sending overseas. You know? Let me get some of that money you're going to send overseas. Icha says, what about taxing the rich? Trump has no intention to do that. Well, listen. We don't know. Allegedly, he may not tax the rich. I don't know. We'll see about that. He may change his views. Maybe he'll say, you know what? A lot of rich Democrats, they made it hard on me. They weaponized the Department of Justice against me. They indicted me. Defamation lawsuits. Gag orders, an attempted assassination. He may say, you know what? I'm gonna go after the rich. We're gonna tax them. He may have a change of heart after all he's been through in the last 8 or 9 months. He may have a change of heart. After all the rich political left has done to him. He may have a change of heart. I can see it. I can see that happening. I don't think that's far-fetched to believe that could happen. I don't think it's far-fetched to believe that could occur. I don't think that's far-fetched. Do you think it's far-fetched? Do you think that it's crazy or that it would be wild for him to change in that? I don't think that would be too crazy for him to operate like that. I don't. I really don't. But who are you guys voting for? Are you voting for Trump? Are you voting for Joe Biden? The Republican National Convention is tomorrow. Trump is going to come out in a bulletproof vest like 50 Cent. Fire, 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 fire. He's going to have... He's going to come back. He's going to come out in a throwback jersey and a bulletproof vest and some G-Unit sneakers with some jorts like John Cena. Oh, man. I'd love to see it. Icha says he'll never tax the rich. I agree. More than likely, salute to Mark Motley with that $20 donation. Salute to Mark Motley. Fire, 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 fire. Mark Motley says, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I need to pin that. Oh, let me pin that. Let's see if I can pin that. Oh, I can't pin that. Okay. Yeah, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Oh, we got Jadaro in the building. Salute to Jadaro. Salute. He says, Queens, get the money. Yeah, man, he rocking with 4-5. He rocking with 4-5. Listen, man, Trump is going to come out at the Republican National Convention with a bulletproof vest. He's going to have a Yankee fitted, tilted to the side, a pair of jorts like John Cena, and some G-Unit sneakers, and he's coming out to many men. Fire, 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 fire. I'm calling it right now. He's coming out like that. All right? This is his year. This is his election. We are tired of Sleepy Joe, Benadryl Joe, Dayquil Joe, NyQuil Joe, night and daytime cough Joe, Robitussin Joe. We're tired of it. No more Sleepy Joe, man. It's time for him to sit down somewhere. Master General says, gotta go. You don't do your research. Research on what? You talking about, the money is going towards the defense of the Department of Defense for Ukraine and all this stuff. Bro, the American public is tired of their money being sent to fight foreign wars, bro. Like literally. Like social security is being stretched right now. They're wearing out social security. The national debt up, 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 up. Trillions of dollars in debt. The country's credit score. Like literally, bro, like the country is falling apart because we're sending all this damn money to fight all these damn foreign wars. We cannot continue to sustain like this, bro. How you don't see that? You rather your money go to another country than to feed your homeless. You rather your money go to to take care of the infrastructure in our neighborhoods than for it to go. You'd rather it go to Ukraine. Like, come on, bro. You sound crazy. Come on, man. Mako's World says no more Joe Batussin. Joe Batussin. Night and daytime cough Joe. Benadryl Joe. Dayquil Joe. Nightquil Joe. Sleeping pill Joe. Ice cream Joe. Life alert Joe. Oh man. Yeah, man, the American public is tired, man. But who will you guys be voting for? Who are you guys who are y'all rocking with right now? Cause I'm gonna be honest. Trump looks like a he looks like a damn he looks like a national hero right now. You know, whether you believe it was staged or not. I want to talk a little bit about that. I'm gonna get back to that. But I want to talk about the stage thing because we got to call some people out. I hope you guys are going to tune in for that. We're going to call out some people that were saying that this thing was staged. But in terms of right now, Trump looks like a national hero. You saw the man with he had the black power fist. He had the black power fist. Did y'all see Trump with the black power fist after he got popped? Fire! My man 4-5 had the black power fist. Oh man, like he looks like a national hero right now. He looks like a patriot right now. I want to talk a little bit about people that were saying that this was staged. I'm gonna call out a few names. First I want to talk about the waffle colored sister girl. She goes by the name of Amanda Seale.
What a thrill.
She goes by the name of Amanda Seale. Formerly known from Insecure. She used to be on Insecure. I go back to Amanda Diva. Remember Amanda Diva? Remember she was on MTV2? I think it was on MTV2. She used to be on, I forgot what show that was, like a hip-hop show. It's like she was a radio VJ at one point in her life. I go back to that. You know? I actually had a crush on her back then. I had a huge crush on Amanda Diva back in the day. But, you know, just seeing how she acts, you know, just seeing how she moves, seeing how she carries herself, and just that loud sister girl, I know everything, you know, it's really a turn off, respectfully. No disrespect to her. But, you know, my issue with her is saying that this was staged. 2 people are dead. They're no longer here. Funerals will have to be made. Arrangements for funerals will have to be made. Bodies will be sent to the morgue. People's sons, people's fathers will have to be buried in a grave. And you're sitting up on a platform on X talking about this was staged. I lived in Harlem. I know what gunshots sound like. The waffle-colored sister girl needs to sit down. They don't have AR-15s in Harlem. First of all, it's damn near illegal. It's damn near impossible to sneak an assault rifle into New York City. So you don't know what a damn assault rifle sounds like, especially when it has a suppressor on it. You sound crazy. I know what guns sound like. I lived in Harlem. They don't have assault rifles in Harlem, dummy. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I think the family that the man that lost his life, I think his family should sue. He's not just her. Ebro Darden from Hot 97. They need to sue these people. All of the celebrities, all of the pundits, the political pundits, all of the people that are well known, that are celebrity figures. You need to sue them. You need to Alex Jones them. People talking about this was staged. It's very disgusting. It's very insensitive, not only to the president, but more so to the people that lost their lives. People that are critically injured. And you're talking about their pain and their agony. The people that have to bury their loved one, you're telling them that that's staged. But this is the nonsense of the political left. This is their rhetoric. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything is staged. Everything's, Broadway. Everything is movie, pyrotechnics. That wasn't blood from Trump's face. That was Tabasco sauce. That wasn't an AR-15. That was a paintball gun. Ridiculous. I absolutely think that the family should sue. All of the celebrities, there's a lot of celebrities saying that this was staged. A lot of public figures that are saying that this was staged. You need to sue them. You need to Alex Jones them. Because they sound absolutely crazy. Zed just called me a mullion. I'm putting you to the block party. Zed, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you're talking to, calling me a mullion. But I'm sending you to the block party, man. Go get me some, since you called me a mullion, bring me a pizza. Bring me some mozzarella cheese. What else we need at the block party? Let me see. What else we need? Go get me a calzone and go get me go get me some garlic knots too, my nigga. All right, my wigger. All right. Since I'm a mullion, go get me a pizza, a calzone, some garlic knots. And an Italian icy. Since I'm a mullion. Miko's World says charge them in the billions. Exactly. I agree. They should charge them in the billions. They should charge them. Absolutely should charge them. Mike Fortune says, definitely not staged. You can literally see the bullet whiz by in a picture that was taken. People just can't get over the fact that God has his back and how he got up like a real American. I kind of agree. Man. I kind of agree, All these people that are saying that this was staged, like, come on, bro. The man could have lost his life. If Trump would have died, if he would have died on that podium, it would have been a whole nother story. They wouldn't have been saying it was staged. You know what they would have been saying? He deserved it. That's what happens when you preach hate. It would have been a whole different tone. It wouldn't have been no condolences. It wouldn't have been no love from a lot of these people that were saying it. It wouldn't have been no, you know what? I think it's sad that we at this point in our country, just to have some type of compassion in your heart, it would have been like, oh, he deserved it. Serves him right. That's what they would have said. Jadera says garlic knots. Yeah, man. You know, he called me a mouillon, man. Tell him to get some garlic knots. Get me a calzone and a damn pizza, nigga. A large pepperoni pizza. Turkey pepperoni on it. JoJo Sports says Trump 2024. Some knots. Yeah, man. I love garlic knots. Garlic knots are good. Mike Fortune says it was sickening. Yeah, it's a fact, man. It was sickening. You know, a lot of these people on the political left, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of them are sad. They're sad right now. You know, a lot of them, they're not gonna say it. The only reason that they're not gonna say it, I'm gonna keep it a buck, is because for two reasons. They're trying to keep a job. And, you know, being a politician is PR work. That's one reason. Another reason is they don't want the federal government looking into them. Because if any of them come out and say anything that's antithetical of, I'm sending prayers and condolences to the family of Trump, if any of them says anything antithetical to that, the feds are going to tap their phones. The feds are going to kick down the door of their offices. They're going to go through all the documents, all the computers, all the laptops, and they're probably going to find something that they don't like that may link them to something, and they're going to be tied into an indictment. They're going to be tied into a conspiracy charge. That's the reason why they're not saying. But a lot of them behind closed doors, they're sad that this happened. They're sad that, you know, Trump didn't get got. That Trump didn't ultimately lose his life, which is very sad and very sickening and very disgusting for anyone to think like that. I mean, how much of a hater can you be to want to see someone lose their life? You got to be a real hater, a real sore loser, a real disgusting individual for you to wish that on someone's life. But I truly believe that's how a lot of these Democrats operate. That's how they operate. They have no morality. A lot of these Democratic left people, they have no morality. Look at what they stand for. Look at what they stand next to. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about that community. I'm not going to, you know, shout them out. But look at what they stand next to. Look at the morality they stand next to. They'll do anything for that vote, for that, you know, that colorful vote. Let's just leave it at that. They'll do anything for that colorful vote. They have no morals. They've aligned themselves with dark entities. Let's just say that. When it comes to the political left. Rick says, let's not pretend like Trump is an angel. But I get it. He's the best choice for the country right now. I agree. I agree with that. I'm not sitting on here talking about Trump as an angel. Trump is no angel. Trump put kids in cages. Trump said five niggas in Central Park raped a white girl. And they didn't even touch the white girl. Like, he ain't no damn angel. Trump ain't no damn angel. I'm not sitting on here talking about Trump as an angel. That's definitely not the side of the fight I want to be on. I'm not on that side of the fight. I'm not a Trump stan or nothing like that. But right is right and wrong is wrong. What they did to Trump was wrong. All the weaponization, all these court trials and indictments and stuff, all that was wrong. They were doing all of this because they were afraid of what's happening right now, because they were afraid that Trump was going to be back in the presidential seat. They're afraid. They tried everything. What somebody said, I forgot, I think Tucker Carlson said this. And, you know, Andrew Tate, he tried to jump on his back with these quotes of what he was saying. But it was really Tucker Carlson who said this. He said, the political left has done everything. They've done everything. Think about it. They tried to indict him. They tried to weaponize the Department of Justice. They gag orders, defamation lawsuits. They've thrown every single thing at him. They tried to send him to jail. Now think about it. If you try all of these different avenues to try to cool someone's jets, to try to slow them down, to try to ultimately stop them, if you've exhausted every option to try to stop someone, what's ultimately the last choice? Think about it. Think about it. Because people keep talking about we don't have a motive. We don't have a motive. They're talking about they don't have a motive for the shooter. The motive is there. CNN, MSNBC, pumping into 40 million homes, pumping the message. Trump is a threat to our democracy. Trump is a dictator. Trump is a tyrant. And then you get some radicalized femboy with an AR-15 on top of a roof. And this is the result. This is what happens. You know? Just keeping it a buck. You know? It's crazy, man. I'm not looking nothing up, bro. I'm not looking up nothing, man. All of my attention is on the show. If you want to tell people in the chat to look something up, have them look it up. Put it in the chat. Let the people in the chat look up what you're talking about. Let them look it up. I'm not looking up nothing. All of my attention is divided. All of my attention is at the show right now, bro. I can't look up what you're talking about. You tell us. You know, Mr. Know-It-All, whoever you are, whatever you give us the information. Since you know everything. Since you know everything and you have all the answers, you have all the conspiracies figured out, you tell us. Give us the information. We would like to know. I'd like to know. You wanted my skew on the Illuminati? I'm going to keep it a buck with you. First of all, I think that this whole notion of the secret societies. First of all, let's be real. Do secret societies exist? Absolutely. But I think what you're calling it is not the name that it really is. I don't think that the people that are at the top, the elites, the movers and shakers, the people that are really pushing the buttons, I don't think you even have the name. I think it's another name of something that you're not even thinking of. Yeah, they want you to believe that's the name of it. They want you to fall under the guise of that name. And I think for us to think that there's no secret societies pushing buttons, I think we would have to be naive to think that that's not happening. But in any event, I don't know though. This is all conspiracy. What you're saying though. Do you have any proof? Do you have any evidence of this happening? Give us the evidence. Give us the concrete proof. Because what you're saying is, it could be feasible, probable, but where's the concrete evidence? Where's the concrete evidence that what you're saying is real in terms of secret societies coming after Trump, yada yada yada? Where's the concrete evidence? Where's the proof? That's what I want. I don't want you telling me to look something up on Google. I don't want that. Give me the concrete proof. You, sir, do not have the concrete proof. It is what it is, A lot of people just want to fall under the guise of mysticism and conspiracies, and I'm not going to sit here and say they don't exist. They absolutely exist. But where's the proof? Where's the evidence? That's what I want. I want the concrete evidence. I want the proof. I don't want you just telling me and running off at the mouth, telling me that this is what happened and yada, yada, yada. Give me the proof. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking for. Rick says Trump isn't important enough being in the Bible. Sorry. Cameroon says Google has gotten more moderate since 2019. You ain't noticed? I'm just looking at some of the things that people are saying. Yeah, Trump is in the Bible. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, that is crazy. I'm happy. I'm happy you mentioned that. I kind of did. I kind of did just go over that. Like I should have said something about. Yeah, that's absolutely lunacy that Trump is in the Bible. Trump is not in the Bible. Um, Jadero says, Rick, are you talking about the theory about Trump trying to bankrupt the bank system? Tell us if you niggas, if any of you niggas have theories, conspiracies, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Give us the information. I'll listen to it. I'll take it into consideration. My thing is, why is all of these things so secretive? Why we gotta look up things? Why you guys can't break it down? If it's that important, if it's that serious, if it's something that we should be looking into, why we gotta look it up on Google? Why y'all don't know this? Why y'all don't know this information? Why y'all can't just give us the spill through and through what it is? That's what I want to know. Oh, he said Trump isn't important enough to be in the Bible. That's what he meant. Okay, he cleaned it up. He cleaned it up. Y'all get off of his back. He cleaned it up. He cleaned it up. I thought he said that too. I thought he said Trump was in the Bible. I did think he said that too. I was like, he wilding. Cameroon says Biden has up the level to Biden has up to level 7. Okay. Daniel says Trump, I hope he's in the book of life, not the Bible. Cameroon says 12 deals with the God, New World Order, etc. My thing, all of y'all with all of these conspiracies, can y'all break it down? Why do people feel so comfortable telling you about a conspiracy, but they can't break it down? Can any of y'all break down the conspiracy? Break it down. Don't just tell me about it. Y'all see that's the problem of the world we live in. You guys tell us a conspiracy, but you don't know nothing about the conspiracy. Break it down. Tell us what it is. Inform us. Why can't nobody that know a conspiracy break it down and inform us? Inform us what it is. Y'all know all these conspiracies, but y'all can't break it down. Break the damn conspiracy down. Help us. Oh man, that's my problem with people with conspiracies. Listen, even if your conspiracy is batshit crazy, at least if you can break it down, I can respect it because at least you're showing effort. Here's the conspiracy. Here's all the angles. I'm breaking it down. Here, I'm telling you what this means and what the significance of this is. I can at least respect it because you put the effort in. But if you're just blurting out conspiracies but with no evidence, no proof, you're not showing us anything, you're not sending us anywhere, you're not giving us no resources, you're not giving us nothing, just your words. How are we supposed to really take this information? That's my opinion. Break down the full conspiracy. Break it all the way down. Cameroon says, yeah, but how are we supposed to know but through word of mouth? LOL. Can't say too much, lol, or they'll yell. Man, just tell us the information. Because if you're privy to some information, give us it. Like, how about this? If I had information, let's simplify it. Let's say I had information about how to fix your car. Let's say you drive a Toyota Camry and I drive a Toyota Camry, and there's like secret things that you could do to fix your car. Maybe if your engine is going bad, you need a new alternator, just different things that you could do on the upkeep of your car. I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna give you the information on how to fix this. Oh, you gotta open up this. You gotta fix this. You gotta tighten up the screws on this. You gotta make sure your fluids is right on this. I'm gonna break down why. I'm not gonna just tell you, hey man, you gotta fix your Camry. I have a Camry. Here's the conspiracy on the Camry. You know that the conspiracy on the Camry is that they get hot. The engines get hot after 5 years. You know, after 5 years, you know, like something goes wrong with the car. Okay, tell me, how does the car go bad after 5 years? What is it? Is it the engine? Is it this? Is it a malfunction here? Break it down to me. Don't just tell me that there's a conspiracy. Break down the conspiracy. That's all I want. And that's all I'm asking for. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. You know? Mr. Have World, I would like to recommend the Colbert Report for all my fellow tin hat freaks. If you wanna look at somebody that's breaking down what you should be listening to, what you should be listening to, and what the world is going through and what's happening in the world, I'm gonna suggest the channel for you to look into. Look into Truth Unedited. Look into Truth Unedited. He runs an incredible channel. He's a believer. He believes in the Most High and Yah. He runs an incredible channel. If you want to know what's going on in the world, what you should be thinking about, what you should be putting your mind on, he runs an incredible channel. He's breaking down everything from the world banking to the politics, everything. He's breaking it down. Go to Truth Unedited. That's a channel where you're going to get some good information. Check him out. Truth Unedited. Yeah, if you're looking for somebody that's breaking some things down, some things you should be putting your mind toward, that's a guy you should definitely be looking into. Truth Unedited. Good brother. He's a really good brother. He got my stamp of approval. Yeah, check that out, man. Truth Unedited. He runs a really good channel. Yeah, man. But who are you voting for? I will not be voting. I'm not voting for anyone. I'm not voting. Absolutely not at all. I will be sitting on my vote. Cameroon says aliens who landed the pyramids, which were atmosphere generators, were covered by stone later. Can we talk about aliens landing on the pyramids? I think that's an absolute ridiculous statement. And it was probably that conspiracy or that notion that aliens created the pyramids or landed on the pyramid. It's absolute hogwash. Let me break it down. Let me break it down. Let's break this down. First of all, like, what is wrong with white people? Let's break this thing down. White people have taken so much from black people. It's not even funny. They took in everything. And you see this even in today. They want black people to believe throughout history, right? Listen to me closely. They want black people to believe that we have contributed nothing to society, nothing to civilization, nothing to this world, no technological advancements, no technology, no literature, nothing, that we have contributed absolutely nothing, that we were just slaves in Africa, sweating our balls off with loincloths. That's what they want people to believe. That's what they want the world to believe. Aliens did not build the damn pyramids, man. It was people. People built those damn pyramids. Black people built them damn pyramids, man. Like, we gotta stop it. Because most of these conspiracies that the aliens landed here, they built this here, it's hogwash. The aliens did not do none of that. It was people with great minds, people that were mathematicians of their day, smart people, builders, philosophers, engineers of their time that built that structure. But see, what happens is you have white people, they think so less of black people. They think that black people have contributed nothing. When history suggests that that's false. When you look at Egypt, when you look at Kemet, when you look at the Moors, when you look at some of the first civilizations that were on this planet, building, facilitating things, when it comes to crops, when it comes to literature, the first library that was built in Timbuktu, the first library that was built. They want black people to believe the misnomer that we have created nothing, that we have not done anything. So please don't fall into the misconception or this myth that aliens did it. Oh, it was just aliens. It wasn't black people that lived in Egypt at the time. No. It was aliens. Black people could never do that. They're just too dumb. They're just too stupid. That's what they want you to believe. So that whole notion of aliens did this and aliens did that, I think that's very insulting. It's very insulting. Anybody black, anybody that knows history, anybody that especially to the people, because there's a lot of people that align themselves with Kemet. I don't believe in Kemet. I'm not a Cometian. I'm not Hotep or none of that stuff like that. But it's insulting to anybody that knows history, and it's insulting to anyone who has any type of fondness of black people and know the history, all of the great things that black people have created and engineered. It's insulting. It's insulting to our intelligence. Yeah, I just went on a little rant. I'm just saying. I just had to get that off because I hate when people say that the aliens created the pyramids. The aliens did the, like it's very insulting. It's very insulting. They want black people to believe these types of things. They want black people. They want to take all of our records, all of the things we've built, all of the civilizations, all of our technological advancements in terms of farming crops, all of the architecture, all of the art, all of the literature. They want to take all of that and say, "Oh, I didn't create none of this." That's hogwash. That's a lie. That's a lie, Rob. That's a lie. You said it wasn't black people in Egypt at the time. That's a lie. It was black people in Egypt. Who was the first king of Egypt? It wasn't even called Egypt. Who was the first king of Kemet? If you don't know the first king of Kemet and you have to look it up, you can't tell me nothing about Kemet. Look at the people that built Kemet. You're looking at when Egypt was commingled. You're looking at the when it was mixed with Romans and stuff like that. Look at the early. You got to think Egypt was a civilization for 3 millennia. 3 millennia. That's a long kingdom. Now listen, throughout a kingdom, just like any other kingdom, there was commingling. There was people that came in. There was the Greeks that came in and conquered them. Right. The skin complexion of the Egypts, they lightened over the years because they commingled, right? There were people they commingled and stuff like that. People of lighter skin came into prominence. But when you look at the early years, the early civilization of Kemet, it was black people, black individuals. The first king of Kemet, King Namer. These were black faces. These were not, white Egyptians, what the Egyptians look like today. Yeah, Eric says, don't forget black folks that start out with technology into the 1800s. Yeah, man. Will says, excuse Billy Carson. Stated the Anunnaki built the pyramids. What about the Ethiopian Bible? The oldest Bible. The oldest Bible constructed, the Ethiopian Bible. They want to make it seem like blacks are just dumb. Like, black people, we're dumb. We never knew nothing. We never built nothing. We never, like, come on, bro. Pick up a history book. It tells you different. It tells you a bunch of black people did a lot of great things. More times than not, it was white people stealing the idea. You probably don't even know that a black man created vaccinations. It was an African war general. A black man invented vaccinations. Cameron says even Khabib fights with Thor axe on ISIS missions. I hear he's a scary omen. I don't know nothing about Khabib, Nurmagomedov, whatever his name is, Khabiber. I don't know much about Khabiber. Eric says you answered that question, so you're saying God can help Moses free the slaves from their aliens that were slaving them to build the pyramid. Still got the answer to that question, but you know how they build them, right? The emerald tablets are much older than the Ethiopian Bible. Well, there's nothing older than the Ethiopian Bible, and if you're not talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls, there's nothing older than the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls is older than everything. The Ethiopian Bible is the oldest Bible. Look it up. But nothing compares to them Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls, those are the original contents right there. If you're not talking about the Dead Sea Scrolls, those are the original content. Forget about the Ethiopian Bible. Forget about whatever book you're talking about. The Dead Sea Scrolls, that's the original content right there. But the Ethiopian Bible is the oldest completed book. We talking about some things though. I like this. I like when we get into some different things. Talking a little about history. I like that. We got about 323 votes. Salute to everybody that voted. 76% say Trump. They're voting for Trump, and about 24% say they are voting for Biden. Jim Crow Joe. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Oh, you believe that myth that the Bible ripped off the Epic of Gilgamesh? That's a falsity. That's a falsity. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that rumor. I've heard that. That's not true. Oh, they took this from the Epic of Gilgamesh. That's not true. I don't believe that. First of all, what y'all have to remember is this, right? If you look in different books of the past, like ancient books of the past, they all speak about a great flood. You're talking about the flood. They said that they took the story of the flood from the Epic of Gilgamesh. You could look in different ancient books from the past. There are plenty of books that talk about a great flood. Stop it, bro. Stop it. There's a lot of ancient books that speak about a great flood, bro. The Bible is not the only one that speaks about a great flood. People have been running around with this misnomer saying that, like, oh, the flood, they took that from the Epic of Gilgamesh. That's a falsity. It's a falsity. Just because you see two stories that are alike doesn't mean that they ripped off one another. It doesn't mean that it's the same. Because then if that's the case, then all the books are. Because there's plenty of books that talk about an epic flood. Floods happen. There's been floods throughout the years. Floods throughout the millennia that have happened, that have talked about these things. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that story. I don't believe that story. There's plenty of ancient books that speak about a great flood. It's not just the Bible. It's other books that talk about a great flood. So I mean, come on now. Come on. Come on. I need more than that. You got to give me something. You got to give me maybe some characters that are the same. Maybe the characters have the same story. The characters have the same lineage. So the characters are alike. They sound alike. Give me something that I can sink my teeth into. Don't tell me that they took the Great Flood story from this. Like there's plenty of ancient books and writings that speak about a great flood. Floods have happened throughout the years, throughout the times. But that's my point, Rick. I'm saying that there are plenty of ancient writings that talk about a great flood. It's not just the Bible. So the people that are saying that they took the flood story from the Epic of Gilgamesh, I don't believe that, because if all of these ancient books are talking about an ancient flood, so, I mean, how did they take it from the Epic of Gilgamesh? Some of those stories are older than the Epic of Gilgamesh. So how are y'all saying that they stole this flood story when there's plenty of flood story? There's a lot of flood stories in ancient writings and ancient tablets. I'm not giving you no history on a lesson of BBC, dog. That was the most zestiest thing I've heard all day. You should be ashamed of yourself that you even asked a heterosexual man that. I don't even know why you would ask me that. I'm kind of like perturbed you even asked me that, bro. Bro, you're talking about writings in stone. I'm talking about ancient writings that predate the Epic of Gilgamesh, bro. If there are writings that predate the Epic of Gilgamesh, whether they be in stone or not, and they're talking about a great flood, why do you think the Epic of Gilgamesh is the only story that has that story? There's plenty of writings that have that story. It's not the only story of an epic flood. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that that's not the only story of an epic flood. That story is not, unique. That story is not like it's not a unique story, if you ask me. If we've seen it in different writings. Well, nothing predates the Kemet writings. Nothing, because Kemet is one of the oldest civilizations. So nothing predates the Kemet writings. Like the oldest civilizations were like what? Kemet. Hold on. Kemet is definitely one of the oldest civilizations. Mesopotamia, Samaria, Mesopotamia, ancient Kemet. These are some of the oldest civilizations. So if they have any writings or they're talking about these things, and the Bible has close stories to ancient Kemet. A lot of those stories came out of ancient Kemet. That predates anything you're talking about. If Kemet, ancient Samaria, and they say even ancient Samaria, a lot of those stories go to ancient Samaria as well. If we're talking about ancient Samaria and Kemet as some of the oldest stories in the oldest civilizations, and some of these stories about the flood have came out of that, how are you saying the Epic of Gilgamesh is some type of unique story? That's what I'm trying to figure out. we're kind of going on a tangent here. I wanted to talk about Trump, but we're kind of going on a tangent here. Hold on. I think my thing messed up. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man. Exactly. Thank you. Who said that? Bob Plex. Salute to Rob Plex. They go from Kemet to Samaria. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're talking about writings, commentary, the biblical narrative that goes from Kemet to Samaria to Israel. We're talking about all these ancient stories, and you're talking about the Epic of Gilgamesh. That all of these stories predate that. You know. Devious says, "I always knew Trump was a savage. Savage. Yesterday proved it." You know. Lonely B says the Epic of Gilgamesh is a Mesopotamia story. Well, Mesopotamia, Samaria, Kemet, these are all the oldest civilizations. All of these are the oldest civilizations. So we're talking about in close proximity of people that that intermingled in the Bible. These are all places that have been talked about in the Bible. Samaria to Kemet. It's all close proximity. So who stole what from what? These are all close proximity. Lorman says, "God bless Israel and Africa, where my family is from." Cameroon says he was allowed to choose certain genes as a gift to his line. Yeah, man. I'm just reading random stuff in there. How long I been on here? I've been on here for a hot minute. I'm gonna ride out just for a little bit while. I have been on here for a long time. This was a good show, but I have been on here for a long time, y'all. It's probably been the smoothest show I've had in a while. No type of interruptions. No nothing, bro. Everything been smooth today. They've been smooth groove. I love it. I love it. But who are you voting for? Who are you guys voting for? Will you be voting for Trump? Will you be voting for Biden? Who are you voting for? Who will that vote ultimately go to? Let me know in the comment section. In any event, though, guys, I've been on here for a long time. It's been great chatting with you guys. It's been great talking to you guys. It's about 1:30 in the morning where I'm at. I'm tired. I'm hot. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, anybody that's in here, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have more talks, and maybe I'll do a show where we'll have a deeper talk about history. I'm a fan of history. I love to talk about history. I love to talk about things of history. So maybe I'll do a show. Come back. Maybe I'll do a show and talk about history, but we can have a spill on that. We can talk about, whose civilization is older, who stole what from what culture and civilization. I would love to have that dialogue. We can have that dialogue. I might even make it like a widescreen show where I'll put my sources up and maybe y'all can combat that. I would love to have that type of show, and we'll break down some things. But in any event, listen, guys, it's been great. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. We do all different types of topics. We do advice for young men, where we're giving men advice. Are you suffering from depression? Are you dealing with corn addiction? Are you dealing with a lack of focus? Whatever you're dealing with, I do a show where we talk to young men. We try to help them with their issues and their problems. We do trending news. We do breaking news. We do all different type of topics on here. Come back, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, like the content. Salute to all my mods. Salute to Mark. Salute to Nelly. I saw Nelly was in my comments earlier. Salute to Jadero. Salute to all my mods. Salute to everybody that came through. I'm gonna wish you guys a good night. Y'all have a good night, man. We are out. We out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.